Hey there, I'm meteorologist Ryan Shoptaw with another tropical update. It is Saturday, June 4th, 2022, and all eyes are still on potential Tropical Cyclone One. It is not named, not just yet. And what is a potential tropical cyclone? Well, basically, it doesn't satisfy the definition of a tropical cyclone or a tropical storm or a tropical depression. It's not fully developed. It's very disorganized, but the definition means it is expected to hit land in the next 48 hours or less, which enables the Hurricane Center to issue watches and warnings for impacted areas, which is why most portions of Florida, or at least southern Florida, earlier today and yesterday had tropical storms watches and warnings issued for much of the state towards the south. Now you can see how it looks on satellite imagery, right? This is what we call infrared satellite. A lot of the heavy rain is now moving towards the Bahamas from Cuba and even into portions of Miami and also near southern Florida, Tampa Bay, Fort Myers, Key West, up to Daytona Beach. You can almost pick out a weak circulation moving off land. And look at this, sustained wind speeds 45 miles an hour, moving northeast at 18. Central pressure is down to 1,001 millibars. Now keep in mind a tropical storm is 39 miles an hour or above to 73. And it's already at 45. So despite it being above the criteria for a tropical storm, it's still very weak. It's disorganized, not much of a circulation to it. But the Hurricane Center is still calling for a tropical storm as it reemerges over water and on approach to Bermuda by about Sunday night, Monday morning, and Monday afternoon. This will move away from land and it's not expected to strengthen because of the amount of wind shear aloft in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Now remember, wind shear is the increase in wind speed with height. So the higher the wind shear, the brighter the color you're seeing on this map, the higher the winds are going aloft, and that usually just tears apart thunderstorms and anything trying to form around a center of circulation around a tropical system. So you can see by Sunday night, Monday morning, it's moving towards Bermuda, but look at how much wind shear it's battling. So that's going to mitigate and keep any strengthening limited at the surface. And you can see on future radar Sunday night, Monday morning, this system almost goes extra tropical, meaning it's not a full tropical system. It's not compact. It's not symmetrical. It has that comma shape to it, almost like a frontal system and a frontal storm as it moves across the U.S. But now this system ejecting and moving out east away from land Monday night and a Tuesday. And for now, that is it for what we call potential tropical cyclone one. And right now, the Hurricane Center is still calling for a named storm by tomorrow. So we'll see if that happens, but it's still going to have to battle a lot of wind shear. So here are the tropical development zones. Usually in the month of June, tropical systems, they float and drift farther north. And sometimes when they hit this area right here, which is the location of what we call the loop current, an area where it's very warm at the surface in the water, and sometimes tropical systems can take advantage of that and really get going. Now this is just the month of June, so areas that move into this region more likely to develop. And look at the historical track of potential tropical cyclone one. It reemerged over water off the coast of eastern Mexico, took a very similar track across the Florida peninsula, and now is going to move farther northeast, very in line for the climatology for the month of June. So we're going to put this into motion. This is a forecast model. The remnants of the Cyclone One, or what may be Alex in the next coming days, moves farther east. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and for the next 7 to 10 days, the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic looks very quiet. Not much looks like is going to happen. The forecast model paints out very quiet activity and weak rotation across this basin for the next about 10 days or so. Now there is talk in the next 2 weeks. A forecast model has painted out some development in the Caribbean Sea, but of course take it with a grain of salt. It's just a forecast model. Forecast model is 2 weeks out, very unreliable, and the accuracy is down to poor. We use forecast models as tools to put together a forecast, and usually from 1 day out to about 3 to 5 days out, it's excellent to good on the accuracy. But when you see these forecast model images on Twitter, on Facebook, take it with a grain of salt, because if they're 2 weeks out, they're most likely going to change in the next coming day, because these forecast model runs, they change like that. Any questions, direct them my way. Meteorologist Ryan Shoptaw, our Shoptaw from my Twitter, Instagram, or our KINS 5 page. For now, that is it for the tropical weather discussion. We'll see you at the next tropical weather outlook in the next coming days.